Hey you guys, welcome to Proud Human Interviews. I'm your host, Denisha. On today's episode of Proud Human Interviews, we have the homie Garnett Silverhall. G and I just met this year at Coachella, but we hit it off immediately.
Most def.
Right?
Most def.
I've only known you for a month and I'm already so proud of you. I've seen you perform at Coachella and recently at Venice Beach during the DK3 tournaments presented by Fly Without Limits.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any personal wins that you're proud of?
Yeah, I think I've had a lot of personal wins within the last couple months to a year, just, personal growth-wise and finding myself and finding my passion. But yeah, if I had to narrow it down to one, obviously performing at Coachella is massive to any artist at any point in their career. But so to have it happen for me in the capacity it did so early on is just a huge blessing.
And performing at Coachella, do you remember how your body felt when you were performing?
Yeah, it was it was electric in there. It was the only other time I felt something of that nature is the first kind of bigger show I did in my hometown, which is obviously, filled with so much love and energy. So it was comparable to that, but it's a bunch of people I'd never met before. So it was a little bit different, and that was also a crazy feeling. But yeah, I felt on top of the world.
Absolutely. And it feels like when you're performing, I feel like you're thriving. I'm sure you'll thrive at anything you do. What did it take for you to get to where you're at now?
It's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of searching for what specific lane I kind of want to follow. But I've been around music my whole life, you know what I'm saying? I grew up around it. My parents are both in the industry. I grew up going to festivals, a couple times a year. So being around that energy and being around professional artists from an early age and being backstage and on stage with these artists. I got pictures of all these amazing men and women holding me as a baby, you know what I'm saying, that are legends in their respective right. While I was in college, I rediscovered that passion for music and I wanted to study audio engineering. So that's where we're at now.
And having a music family did kind of help guide you into the music industry, do you think?
For sure. Like I said, when you're around an environment, you absorb a lot of it. I like to think I have good stage presence, and I think that comes from being on stage with all these artists since I was a kid. Watching all these artists, probably from before I even understood what was happening, I was absorbing that that type of energy. So.
Yes, and
sure.
It's not just your stage presence. I think just your presence in general and how you present yourself to the world. I love how you carry yourself, and I'm just so proud of who you are as a human.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And so seeing you at Coachella with all the different artists, I'm telling you, I think that's where you're meant to be. Because also those were our peers, right?
Yeah.
We weren't just there as fans.
Yeah.
And I feel like you fit right into the industry. You belong there. And I'm obviously so proud of you.
Thank you, yeah. I think that specifically too, having that access. The first day, it was a little nerve-wracking, I won't lie. I think that's natural. Just seeing all these people I've literally only seen on a screen. But even by the end of the first day and on the second day, it felt way more natural. Like you said, we're supposed to be there. And once you get to talking to people and realize these celebrities are just people, like us, having a conversation with Tyler, having a conversation with Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? It's super humanizing. I said that before, but it's definitely something that inspires me to keep going, but also reaffirms that I'm doing what I need to be doing. Yeah.
Absolutely. With all that you do, out of everything that you do, what makes you feel most alive?
Oh, man, I think as a musician, when you're writing especially, writing new songs, whether they go out or not, when you get in that flow state and the bars are connecting with you, you can see the bars floating off the page with imagery and all of that. Those are the moments I really feel special for sure.
Absolutely. And when you enter that flow state, it changes the game with whatever you're doing, because when you enter that flow state, you realize this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'll thrive.
Yeah.
Right? We're on Proud Human Interviews, right? So I would love to ask, what does being a proud human mean to you?
I think that means a lot. I think, one of the big steps in being successful and whatever, you're trying to do is being proud of yourself, obviously. You have to enjoy what you're doing, and I think pride is a big part of that. Pride has multiple sides, You can't be too prideful, but I think it's important to be proud for yourself. Doing what you believe in, fighting for what you believe in, working towards your goals, but also just being proud of the people around you. You gotta surround yourself with people you're proud of. I mean, yeah, just think about the opposite of that. If you're around a bunch of people you're not proud of, you're not gaining anything from that. Put yourself in a circle with people you're proud of and people that can push you to be their best. I'm lucky enough to grow up around a lot of people I'm proud of, people I'm still friends with to this day. We like to say the group chat is always popping like that. We're always all doing something, so it's dope.
And speaking of, I would love for you to shout out someone that you're proud of. This is what we're doing here. This is a place where we celebrate proud humans who are proud of other humans and aren't afraid to show it. Ooh. So if you could shout someone out right now, who would it be and why?
Oh, narrowing it down to a person would be super hard. I don't even know if I can narrow it down to a person. Honestly, I'm gonna go back to what I said a second ago. I gotta just shout out the group chat. Camp Coasted. If you know, you know. But yeah, it's a lot of my homies that I've grown up with since literally preschool, first, second grade, and we're all majorly winning in our own rights right now, and that's just something super dope.
I love that you don't mind celebrating them, right? Because we don't have to be in competition with anyone. We don't have to be in competition with our friends, with our family, with our partners, or anyone for that matter. And that's because there's enough room for everyone to win, and there's enough room for everyone to create a life that they love.
That part.
And that's today's Proud Human interview. If today's episode spoke to you, share it, save it, and celebrate someone who deserves their flowers. Until next time, exist boldly.
Peace.